Are you familiar? There's this study, excuse me, there's a study that they did with chimpanzees, and it's kind of on fairness and envy. And it also shows that that is just kind of our wiring. So it's like, I feel like as human beings, we're constantly trying to overcome our biology. Like we have this big, beautiful brain, and it's like, how can we
True.
overcome our more primitive
Yeah.
tendencies? So they had one of the monkeys complete a task, and they gave it a cucumber, and he was like, "Okay, this is great. I got a cucumber." And he watches, and one of the other, I'm sorry, chimpanzees do the same task and get a grape, and he's like, "Oh, cool. I'm gonna get a grape next. Like that's an upgrade." Does the task again, and he gets another cucumber. And he's like, this goes on, and eventually the monkey that was getting the cucumber loses it, and he's like, he goes up in this fit of rage because he's like, this is not as good as that. This is not fair. And in essence, like, it came down to understanding like fairness and envying the grape, envying someone that had something better. Up until he saw that grape, the cucumber was just fine.
Mhm.
And I feel like so much of the time, it's gonna sound hysterical, but so much of the time, we're that monkey with the
Yes.
cucumber on social media. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do we get in a place where we can have gratitude and appreciation instead of just saying, "Well, I want that now."
So, first of all, everybody's looking for a quick hack,
Mhm.
right? What's a quick hack, right? And what you said is entirely correct. We have these base instincts for survival that were put into place so that we could survive as a species. And we're always trying to overcome that, right? So, and that's why, when I got my degree in psychology, I have this voracious knowledge for studies just like that. They talk about crabs. Crabs won't let the other crab, as they're trying to get out of the pot, they will grab them and
Oh
pull
my
them back
god.
down. Oh yeah, yeah. So that that's what we're fighting. So one of the things that I tell people to do is before you go to bed, instead of rehashing the day, which is what we do as a species, and we try to fix what went wrong, right? Like, oh, I should have said this, or I should have done this better, whatever. That's a down spiral. You have to make a conscious effort to choose happiness, right? And to choose gratitude. So, what I tell folks is just before you're going off to sleep, start listing the things that went in your favor, the things that you're grateful for. Maybe it was a salad that was made by somebody that loves you. you know, Whenever you have, I mean, this is a platitude that's out there. Salads never taste as good if you make them yourselves. I don't know why that is, but it's the truth, right?
Mhm.
Um, and I was just in Iceland at the top of the world, and we stayed at a guest house. I was with my wife and my two kids and my father-in-law and my sister-in-law, and the guest house wasn't fancy. And the woman Ellen that owned it, she was like an ant that you see in the movies, just nothing but gushing love and positive energy. And I'd say she was about 60 years old, and she was where she needed to be in life. And she made soup for us. That was it. At night, she made meat soup, it was called, right? It was lamb. The deliciousness of this simple soup was, you almost wanted to cry. And she came in and she's like, "What do you think of the meat soup?" I said, "Ellen, I have stayed at some of the finest five-star restaurants, at hotels and restaurants. You have a seven-star resort here with
Oh.
your meat soup because the love that you have put into this is unbelievable." And she baked the bread, sourdough bread, in at the top of the world. It was the best, and I live in the sourdough capital of the world. The best sourdough you've ever had because it was made with love. So, just to be grateful for the simple things in life,
Mm.
right? That you have conscious thought, right? Unfortunately, some of my clients have Alzheimer's, right? And I've had them as clients for 20 years, and I've seen the progress go down, right? And but the fact that you have conscious thought, that is something that you can create.